What's up guys, it's Odious Wraith here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to get the hidden dog tag in Battlefield 1. In this video I'm going to be showing all of the locations, so you're going to want to be referring to the description for this video a lot. So to get this dog tag, you're going to be finding headphones around maps, taking them to hidden MCOMs, and then receiving Morse code messages, then decoding them to get a location. Once you get the location, you'll go to it, activate a symbol, and then find headphones once more and start the process all over again. This is what you're going to be doing for the majority of this Easter egg. There are a total of 9 maps and 27 locations for symbols. When you pick up a pair of headphones, you're going to hear sound as if you're being resupplied, so make sure to keep your ears open. And if you have any problems or you get stuck and you just get frustrated, you can contact the Battlefield Easter egg community on Twitter. Their Twitter is at BFEE community. The links will be in the description below. You can also join their Discord. There are so many people that are out there and willing to help you guys with your Morse code. The Battlefield community is really amazing with that. So major shout out to them. It's important to know that if you die while holding these earphones, you're going to have to restart the match because they don't respawn. There were some maps that still had unfinished headphone locations. I skipped over these because they aren't necessary. So first, you're going to be choosing a map to find and use headphones on. I chose Ballroom Blitz because it just seemed like the easiest for me. I'm going to go through each map and each location of the headphones. If you already have these, use the times in the description below to skip this step. The first map we are doing is Ballroom Blitz. Here is the MCOM in this trench. It is on the right side of the United States spawn, so you want to make sure to spawn as an American soldier when playing on this map. The first headset is located in this area of the downed tree. I'm not exactly sure where it's at because the photos on the website weren't that precise for this one. The second location for headphones is here in this corner behind this large room. This is one of the C objectives in operations. The third location is behind the building in some mud here. It shouldn't be hard to miss. The fourth location is on top of the balcony on the little lip. And the fifth and final location is by the German spawn point on top of the train. The next map is Amiens. The MCOM is located on the German side, so make sure to spawn as a German. It's on the side of kind of a destroyed building. The first headphone location is also located within the German spawn, and it's by a destroyed tank on the ground. It should be right by the tread. The next location is by the first A objective in operations. It's behind the building by some barrels. The third location is in this dead end alley, and it's hard to see, so it's best to go prone and crawl around or just blow up the bushes. You have to listen to the sound for it being picked up if it's there. The next location is in this roundabout alley. You should be able to see this one. It should be right on the ground. And the last and final location should be on the base of a statue. It's behind one of the B buildings in operations. The next map is Argonne Forest. This is the MCOM, and it's behind the German spawn, so make sure to spawn as a German. I was unable to find one of the locations for the headphones on this map, so I apologize for that. But here are the rest of the locations. The next location is in a bunker on the floor. The second location is on top of this locomotive by the bridge. This is also one of the B objectives in operations. The next location is by the trench closest to the German spawn. It's kind of off to the side on top of a rock. It's on the left side. The last location is in this vegetation behind the ruins. This is, I believe, inside the German spawn. The next map is going to be Empire's Edge. The MCOM is located inside the fortress by the German spawn inside this back room. The first pair of headphones are located underneath the table on the ground here. The second pair of headphones are located in this trench area close to the Italian spawn. I'm not exactly sure where it is because of the terrible quality of the photos on the website, but this is the area. It shouldn't be too hard to miss. The third location is up on the mountain on the front of a rock that's in front of a big cross. The fourth set of headphones is located inside the turret bunker that's below the church ruins. The fifth location of the headphones is currently unknown. The next map is Fao Fortress. The MCOM is located behind the fortress in the rocks. The first headphone location is inside this little grouping of rocks that's behind the fortress. This location is kind of at the back of the map. The next pair is by an objective on the edge of this rock here. The next location is on the rock on the beach. This one's pretty easy to find. The next map is Suez Canal. Make sure to spawn as the United Kingdom because there's a location that's inside their spawn. The MCOM in this map is by the Ottoman spawn off to the side in the trees here. The first location is on the dock here inside the spawn. The second location is down the tracks on top of this green chassis that's here. The third location is by an objective in between these two palm trees here inside this little courtyard. The fourth location is by these barrels on the floor. The final location for the headphones is off to the side of this objective in the corner on the ground in these ruins here. The next map is St. Quentin Scar. The MCOM is located at the back of this alpha objective in operations. The first headphones are located on this rock by the ruined church. The second location of headphones is somewhere in here. On the website it says by the anti-air, but I picked it up as I ran through these bushes with my horse. So it's in this general area. The last map that I did was Sinai Desert. The MCOM is located by the sea objective in the middle of nowhere behind that little piece of rubble that you see there. There are two locations for headphones here. The first location is by one of the objectives on the side of this cliff. The second and final location is also by another objective. This is B, I believe, and it's on the side of the outcropping on the other side. It should be on the edge. Okay, now that I've gone through the maps and the locations, now I can move on. Once you take the headphones to a location, the lights on the MCOM should turn white, and it should start playing Morse code. Make sure not to step away from this, otherwise the MCOM will destroy itself. What you're going to want to do is record your gameplay. Now you're going to want to use something like Shadowplay, OBS, or XSplit. If you're on console, you're going to have to find a way to record because those options won't really work for you. I use an Xbox One, so luckily I was able to record my gameplay by streaming it through my Xbox app to the PC, and then from there I streamed it through OBS. You're also going to need a program called Audacity and something like VLC. The links for everything will be in the description below, so make sure to check that out. Now once you get your video of the MCOM's Morse code, you're going to want to get only the audio from that. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up VLC, and that's right here on my taskbar. Let's move it over real quick. what you're going to want to do is hit Media, go to Convert/Save, and this dialog box will show up. We're going to click Add. And once we do that, it is going to show us a browser window of our files here. And I'm going to scroll down to one of mine. We're going to choose this one. We're just going to hit Open. And it's going to pop up there. I'm just going to click Convert/Save, and this next box will show up. I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to scroll down and hit CD. Now the destination file, I'm going to browse. I'm going to go to my desktop, and I'm going to go to my audio folder. You want to make sure to make a folder for your audio because you're going to be doing this quite a bit. So I'm going to call this Orange 5. Why not? You can name it what you want. And I'm going to hit Save. And now once I hit Save, I'm just going to click Start, and it will start converting. Boom, just like that. We have converted it to audio. Now once you have the audio for it, there are two things we can do. We can either do it manually, we can either decode the Morse manually, or we can upload it to a site and try to have it decode for us. Alright guys, so once we have our audio in our folder here, what we're going to do is we're going to want to clean it up a little just so that we can see it better, and also so that the website can see it better. So we're going to open Audacity, and I'm going to go kind of slow so that you guys can follow along. I'm going to go to File, Import, Audio. Now once I hit Audio, I'm going to choose the one I want. I'm going to go with Lime because that was one of the ones that I was having difficulty with, and I'm just going to make a copy. Just going to hit OK. Now what you want to do as you're recording, you want to make sure that you record before you start the Morse code so that you can get that background sound and so that you can isolate it. So I'm going to zoom in here using this plus button. I'm going to zoom in. We're going to play it. Now that's me walking, as well as the buzzing of the MCOM. So what we're going to do is we're going to highlight all of it. We're going to come up here to Effect. We're going to scroll down to Noise Reduction and Get Noise Profile. Now what this does is it analyzes this section here and figures out what the sound is like. We're going to double click so that it selects the entire audio file. We are going to go to Effect once again, Noise Reduction, and now because we've already done this, we can hit the Reduce Noise. Give that a little bit, and now everything is quieter, and the beeps stand out a lot more, so it's easier to do to put this into the website as well as to read it. Alright, so with our cleaned audio, we are going to do this manually. Alright, so we're going to come over here to this little drop down. We're going to click it, and we're going to choose spectrogram. Now it looks kind of messed up, but here we can see our Morse code. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split stereo to mono. Now I'm just going to cross out that one. I don't need that bottom one. I'm going to right click my notepad here and open another one. I'm going to bring it over. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do this manually, obviously, and I'm going to use my periods, my dashes, and my spaces. So it's dot dot space dash dash dot dot space dot dash dot, and go on like that throughout the entire thing. Now once you've done this, you open the Morse code reader that I have in the description. Alright, now here's the Morse code translator, and we have our little manual one that we did here. So what we're going to do is we're going to just copy and we're going to paste that, right, and then we're going to hit translate, and that comes out to whatever we have translated. And this is a longer way of doing it, but I believe it's more accurate than using the other website for putting in your audio and having it listen to it. Alright, so in order to save your audio, you're going to go to File, Export Audio. And I'm going to save it just straight to my desktop, and I'm going to save it as a WAV file. This is going to pop up, just click OK, doesn't matter, and boom, there you go, it's on your desktop now. Alright guys, so now that we have our audio cleaned up, now what we're going to do is do the other method, which is put it into the website and have it listen to the file that we have. So we're going to go to the Morse code audio decoder. It's going to be in the description, as always. And we're going to scroll down to upload, and we're going to hit upload. And then we're going to come to our audio, and we're just going to choose one that we did. And that mine is LimeCon. And then we're going to scroll down here, and I'm going to change some things before we start. I'm going to scroll all the way down to filter. I'm going to choose the filter frequency range to 800, and it's going to go to 810. Now my volume threshold will change depending on which MCOM I'm using, but I usually just go straight for 180. 180 is a good number. I'm going to hit enter. And this is, if you scroll down to the translation, this is where it's going to show up. So we're going to scroll up all the way up to upload, and we're going to hit play. And then it starts playing the audio that we have. We're going to scroll down, and this is where we see it here. Now, because we did the audio fix thing, it's not up to our red line. We want to get the red line down here. So I believe this one was 150. We're going to hit enter, and then boom, it brings it down, and it was 150. And we're going to scroll down, and we're going to see our translation right here. Now this is not accurate as much as I want it to be, and this one can be really frustrating. But what you want to do is you're going to want to change this setting right here, the volume threshold, and also the speed. Sometimes it works better if I have 22 words per minute. And yeah, that's pretty much how you do this one. That's how you do it, by having the site listen to it. It's not as accurate, so this one is a little bit more frustrating than doing it manually, but it's less time consuming. Just a little tip: if your symbol does not show up, I suggest finding a pair of headphones on that map and activating the MCOM. Once I did that and the Morse started playing, the symbol showed up for me. So if the symbol doesn't show up for you, try that, it may work. Once you have your first message decoded, it will tell you the first location, and as the Easter egg progresses, it gets even harder to decrypt. The first message says, go straight to location name, old methods compromised, must acquire new key. Will miss drop off if delay or incorrect location. So now that you have your first symbol location, you can refer to the description and get to the timestamp for your location. You're going to do this for every location you get. There are 3 symbol locations for each map, and there are 9 maps, so that makes the total of the 27 locations. Let's get into it. The first map that we're going to do is Monte Grappa. The first location is by the German spawn in the corner of this destroyed tank. This is by an objective. The second location is in the bunker that's closest to the German spawn, and it's on the small sliver of the wall that's here by the floor. There are boxes here that you're going to want to destroy. The third and final location is in the valley in this little bunker down here. It's in between these 2 small pipes that are on the wall. The next map is Empire's Edge. The first location is on the tiny rock island next to the E objective. It's supposed to be on this rock here. The next location is in this little shack here on the door frame by the floor. The last location is on the second floor of the fortress by the second ladder that you see. The next locations are in Sinai Desert. The first location is in between the objectives by some destroyed tanks on this rock. The next location is by an objective on the side of this rock. And the last objective is on the bottom ring of this pillar. It's a little bit to the left. The next map is St. Quentin Scar. The first location is on top of the ruined church. The second location is by one of the B objectives in operations inside the corner of this destroyed building. Make sure to get up close and go prone. The final location is on the side of the bottom of these stairs. This is usually the C objective in Conquest. The next map is the Argonne Forest. The first location is inside the bunker that's underneath the ruins in this corner. You're going to have to destroy the shelves to get to it. The next spot is in the corner of this wrecked train car by the bridge. This is one of the B objectives in operations. The last spot is on this meter that's inside the bunker. The next map is Amiens. One of the locations is on the bottom of a pillar at the church ruins. Make sure to go prone for this one. The next location is inside of a building behind some boxes hiding in the corner. The last location is on the base of the railing by the statue that's in front of the building. The next map is Ballroom Blitz. The first location is on a window in this destroyed building. The next location is inside the main building on the right side of one of the statues. There aren't that many, so it shouldn't be too hard to find. The final location is behind this bench on the side of the concrete here. Now it's Fao Fortress. The first location is here on an objective on the side of a rock. The next location is here in this crevice. And the last location is on the side of this rock that's facing the ocean. The last map is Suez Canal. The first location is here, hiding behind boxes in a trench, right next to this post. The second location is behind some boxes by the B objective, against this blue wall. The last is on some rocks at the base of an antenna on the Ottoman side of the map. Once you've gone to your location and activated your symbol, you have to go back to one of the headphone locations and activate the MCOMs once again. When decoding some of the locations, sometimes you have to guess which location looks similar to yours because the Morse is not 100% accurate. Depending on which stage you are on, the MCOM's lights will be a different color. The first is white, the second is yellow, the third is purple, the fourth is green, the fifth is clear, the 6th is orange, the 7th is pink, the 8th is a lime color, and the last one is a light blue. As you decode your second Morse message, the name of the location will be backwards. it will read reverse location name. Remember first rule. If compromised, L pill. For those that don't know, the L pill was a lethal pill that people would take if caught by the enemy so they couldn't give up information. Once you have your second location, go to it and activate the symbol. All of the symbols appear in the same spots. They don't have different locations for different symbols. Third message, once decoded in Morse, seems like gibberish, and they all will as this Easter egg progresses. It will read as your @bash cipher, second rule. Sighting, report and wait. Investigating alone could lead to death. The location is in an @bash cipher. To decode it, go to the @bash cipher decode link in the description and follow along. Okay, so now once you've decoded your message, it will give you this line of gibberish that you see here. And what we're going to do is we're going to copy and paste it into the @bash cipher link in the description box. We're just going to paste it right there. Now, for some reason, mine was backwards. I don't know if yours is going to be, but this happened to mine. Instead of starting with Z, mine started with the GML and VIKZ KZ NB VYYZ. Mine was backwards like this. So at first I was stumped and I didn't really get what it was, but this was mine. Mine was backwards for some reason. So if yours doesn't come out, see if that's what happened. The fourth message uses a Caesar cipher, where letters are shifted up the alphabet. You're going to go to the link in the description for Caesar cipher and follow along. What you're going to do is set the N to 19 and then input your code, and you should get your location. Remember that sometimes the code is kind of messed up and you have to guess which one it is. The fifth message uses a rail fence cipher. You're going to go to the rail fence cipher in the description and follow along. What you want to do is set your rails to 5 and keep your offset at 0. Also make sure that it's set to decrypt. This one gave me some trouble when trying to decode, so I went through and encrypted the locations with 5 rails and found which one was mine. Your location, I believe, is backwards in this code, so watch for that. Alright, so for our sixth message, it starts getting pretty heavy. So you're going to get this long string of E's and T's. What you are going to want to do is go to Edit and Find and Replace. Now you're going to find your E's and you're going to replace your E's with A's. And you're going to hit Replace All. And then you're going to find your T's and replace them with B's. And then you're going to hit Replace All. Now, this message didn't go through just one cipher. This message went through 2 ciphers. So we're going to highlight all of them, and we're going to copy and paste them into our Baconian cipher. And we're going to hit Decrypt. So we're going to paste it here, and then we are going to try this out. We are going to put this into the @bash cipher here, and it should come out as what I need it to be, but this should be a Y. As I said earlier, some things mess up, some of your codes mess up, and you just have to go with whichever one looks similar to the one that you have. Luckily, mine was only 1 letter. But if it does not make sense when it comes out the other end on the @bash cipher, hit swap A and B. And then you're going to copy the swapped A and B, and you're just going to paste it into the @bash cipher, and you should get your location. After using the Baconian cipher, if it doesn't work, then you've decoded your Morse incorrectly, and that sucks because I've had to redo my Morse like 8 to 10 times sometimes. So be prepared for that. Now for the 7th message, once decoded from Morse, should be a long string of letters. You are going to want to copy and paste this into the Vengineer cipher link in the description below. You're going to want to make sure that this says Edward and make sure that this is set to decrypt. My location is luggage basement barons, but the text reads, allies can be clothed as enemies. Enemies can be clothed as allies. Always use ID. Now for the 8th and final message that you're going to have to record, you are going to want to go to the Autoclave cipher in the description below. This one will also give you a long stretch of numbers. So you're going to take that long stretch of numbers and paste it here. You want to click on the little box for initial keyword and type in George. Your custom alphabet will be Z, A, B, C, D, all the way to Y. I'll have this in the description so you can copy and paste it. So once you have that done, you're going to hit decrypt. It will read Hilbarn Adriatic final. Believe everything, report everything. And this is going to be the last message that you are going to have to decipher. So for the 9th message, after discovering the symbol that says London, the MCOM lights turn the light blue, and this cipher is identical for everyone. It is a long string of letters with the custom alphabet of starting at Z and ending at Y, and the key was London. If you reverse the output, it reads Giant's Shadow Windmill, look up. So what you're going to have to do is go to the German spawn on Giant's Shadow, and either one of the 2 windmills work. But you're going to go up to the balcony and stand out on the balcony. And you're going to wait for approximately 2 minutes. And at the end of the 2-minute mark, a courier pigeon is going to swoop down and hand you the dog tag. You're going to hear the accordion sound that you've been hearing throughout this Easter egg as you activate symbols. So you're going to quit to the main menu, and you're going to go to your soldier and scroll the dog tags. It will pop up and be all yellow and cool and stuff. And bam, there it is, your A beginning dog tag. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, make sure to share it with your friends, as well as other people in the Battlefield community. I hope you liked my ultimate guide, and please make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at OdiousWraith, and maybe, if you're feeling like a great person, follow me on Twitch too. And I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next video.